So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Movement6, and before we start, I want to say a huge thank you. A huge thank you to everybody who subbed this week. It is awesome to have you guys on the channel. Hope you're all doing fine. Hope you're all doing great. In these troubled times, in these times of lockdowns, measurements, and something that we can't talk about online, otherwise you're getting banned here. Mental health is more important than ever right now, guys. It is. So what is better than music and gaming? So if you're if you're on the look for a channel like that, feel free to drop a like, drop a subscribe, because this is the channel for music and gaming. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who reached out and thank me for the studio mix I did. I just uploaded it to the channel. It's roughly an hour and a half of 4-deck techno I did. It's also to celebrate the new album I just released. It's available on beatport.com, iTunes, everywhere. I think also on Spotify right now, so feel free to check out Movement 6 there and see all the music I'm bringing. Working on a new album already. Can't wait to already push out the first snippets of that one. Now, in times of misery, there is a good time to talk about the Call of Duty, the franchise that is, I think it's the most talked about. It's not a franchise you can have a middle ground, compromising opinion on. You either like it or you're extremely starting to hate it. And fortunately, I'm gradually turning my way. I'm not hating the game. I'm not hating the franchise. I just don't like what they're doing with it. Jesus Christ. So, it's just a couple more days until Vanguard comes out. Just a couple more days. And it's good to reflect back on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, because I did found the modus. Uploaded a video a few weeks ago on that hardcore is the only way to enjoy the game a bit, because it does level out a lot. Skill-based matchmaking is still there, but with that almost one shot, one kill mechanic in the game, it does level out a lot. So, well, feel free to check it out, hardcore. But when Black Ops Cold War released, it didn't release in a good state. It just didn't. It released in a state with a lack of content. It was broken as fuck. There was a lot of glitches, a lot of issues, a lot of balancing issues, and an overall extreme lack of content. And although Zombies was okay-ish with the new Outbreak mode, which, well, we had some fun with that, but also that got really bored quite quickly. But the multiplayer is just, wow. It's just in a state that it's not, well, the better maps are still the maps that are the recycled maps. And for me, Black Ops Cold War is also I think the release where everything became so clear that the business model is not evolving around bringing fresh new ideas in immersive gameplay, fresh gameplay, exciting gameplay. That's not the core. The core is to make money quickly. And they're now in a position that they just start to recycle. Not just maps, everything. You're just buying the same game over and over again. Because just look at Vanguard. The menu structure, just the first menu, the home page, if you will. It's exactly the same as Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and now we got this. And skill-based matchmaking still going to be there. The weapons, nothing new on the horizon. It's just the Call of Duty World War II. And everything is the same. You can't argue that Call of Duty World War II did try something else with that, I would say, that central hub from where you start, right? Of course, there was a mechanic in there that loot boxing was the reason why they did it. But from that moment on, it was nothing more than recycle the hell out of games. And they also tried to push that it is a realistic shooter. It's not. Call of Duty is not a realistic shooter. Come on. Look at the skins. Look at the weapon skins. Look at the skins you can get for your character. It's not. It never was, and it's fine. But they're they're not there anymore to bring a new, fresh game where everyone can look out for, where everyone is excited for. It's the same process every year, and now we're standing at the brink of the end of the life cycle of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So after 10 months, the hype needs to be built for the next Call of Duty's installment. And they do it in exactly the same way. They push out an alpha, they push out a beta, which is completely trash. Then they start to push out their CGI, in-engine rendered trailers. And people all of a sudden start... I saw a post below one of those trailers. Oh, now I am excited. Oh, now you are. Because that's exactly what they're trying to do. The gameplay is shit, but you've seen an in-engine CGI rendered trailer and all of a sudden you're freaking excited. What do you think they're going to bring? Something different? No. You know, if you put a monkey in a different suit, it's still the same monkey. And even the suit is not different anymore. The suit is exactly the same. They're not changing just the color. So the suit is the same, but they're just changing the color. The monkey is still the same, mate. It's still the same. Really. They're going to recycle maps. The gameplay is exactly the same as you've done before. The mechanics are the same. The bullshit is the same. And it's not even realistic. Have you ever seen a gun with a yellow dot laser sign on it in World War II? I've studied international and European law, and one of those things was a minor in history. I've studied World War II pretty hard. Even the war mechanics, the tactics, the weapons. There are no laser signs, yellow dots in World War II. And I hate to break it to you guys. There is no diversity push in World War II at the time. There were no women in the front line. There were women in a front line that was in the Russian front line. Snipers. Women were predominantly snipers in Soviet army. Not in the Allied ones. Nurses. There were nurses. So it's not realistic, and they're trying to push just a political agenda there. Skill-based matchmaking is coming back. And the game is exactly the same game you've only been paying for in the last 2 years. Now, tell me, is that something you would accept from any other product? That they're pushing the exact same product for the exact same money and telling you that it's different? Because it's not. So, Vanguard will sell. It will sell. And I think that's just because then you can use the weapons in Warzone. But other than that, who gives a flying fuck? Nobody. No, you shouldn't give a fuck. I do understand why you want to download Warzone. It's for free. Have at it, Warzone is pretty fun. Warzone is, I think, one of the light points in the whole business model. And they can do so much with it. They should stop releasing annually the multiplayer side. And I'm just not counting Warzone as a multiplayer. I know it is a multiplayer, but it's Battle Royale. You have the Battle Royale Warzone in the middle. I've said it before. And then have a multiplayer package on the side, a zombie or a Spec Ops on the other side. And let those developers, those 3 developers, use their creativity to bring content to that universe. Every 3 months. Every 2 months. Whatever, make it seasonal. And then you have an ongoing platform with paid and unpaid new, fresh, and exciting content. New maps, new parts of Warzone, new storylines in zombies. You can do so much with it. But they're just coming back to the annual release cycle. And the annual release cycle is the biggest issue in the game. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, it's just not great. And you are going to pay for the exact same game next week. And I haven't seen the numbers yet, but what I do feel is that the hype is not as big as it was. I just feel it all around me. From the people who usually bought the game, don't buy the game. From people I heard talking about it, they don't talk about it. And I fully understand if your YouTube channel is evolving around Call of Duty, The only one I respect is Nero Cinema. He has that critical note, but on the other side, his channel is built on Call of Duty. So now he is starting to bring that content with there is good news and blah blah blah. You know, on the other side of the spectrum, you got people who get paid, and they're always positive about Call of Duty. And I think that if we really want to change something, then we need to change the business model, and we only changing the business model if we stop sponsoring this annual constant release cycle process, because that's the biggest danger of Call of Duty. I'm having franchise fatigue here, and it's called the end of a franchise. This clip, this fit, and I know it's not clickbait, and maybe it's a bit exaggerated, but I do believe that the core of the franchise is dead. It's dead. It's nothing more than a money hungry business model driven process. It's not about the game. It's not about the content of the game. It's just pushing out a model and making sure that you come back every year to put your money on the table, and then you put that disc in. My prediction is after 3 months, Vanguard is dead. It's dead in the water. Same with Black Ops Cold War. No, there are people there, they're playing it, but how long can you play it? I can't play Black Ops Cold War for hours. Back in the days, even up until Black Ops 1, I could play it for hours with my friends in the lobby and have fun. No skill-based matchmaking, you remain in the same lobby. Kids nowadays will never survive the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. You don't. So guys, I do believe that the issues are so big in the Call of Duty franchise, and I hope they get it and change it around and bring something fresh and exciting to the table, which I just told you about Warzone and the model around that. But I don't think they will. Not until the sales numbers are going to drop hard. They need to drop hard first, because other than that, they will not change it. So I'm not buying this game. There are so many other games I'm going to push forward. I'm going to start with the new Halo soon. Looking forward to that. We have the new Battlefield coming out. Looking out to that. Pushing on with Rainbow Six Siege. We're now in the Sunday playing the final for the Swiss qualifiers with the team. We're pushing good. We're doing good online tournaments. So yeah, there's so much to do. And Call of Duty is not one of my games that are on the radar, unfortunately, guys. Looking forward to your comments. Are you going to buy the game? Or are you going to check out the game? Have you already pre-ordered the game, and why? Just tell me why, Looking forward to that. Now, I'm signing off. Make sure you subscribe, and I hope to see you guys soon. Back to the match.